if you're taking particularly the example of organisations that are concerned with safety, um, then and again the struggle in the oil industry in particular to hold that balance between the cost, often particularly of expert time, in other words, the cost of people operating in that within that second level, is they're willing to put that at risk in order to do things more quickly, or yes, it's usually a question of pace, then indeed you can get very, very severe disasters. Actually, and in some settings, if you think of the BP disaster, one of the things that wasn't happening was that partly as a result of the pressure, the huge pressures on costs, was that the people at level 2 were apparently not necessarily immediately around the disaster, but the pattern prior to that was they were not doing what we were describing earlier, in that they were not encouraging comment from, suggestions from, concerns from people who were working at that first level. And that's something that happens often, not just it happens all over the place, it happens in financial services as well, that very often people working at that first level will be beginning to say, are we quite sure about this? And if a different kind of message is coming from the top, then people in that second level, even though many of them will perhaps earlier on have been encouraging people from the first level to talk to them and come up with suggestions and indeed concerns, they will gradually stop doing that. And so the organisation deprives itself of the information that it needs without, I don't think any organisation would do that willfully, but when you have that emphasis, which is purely on numbers and cost and pace, that's again is a high risk area. Then the organisation risks, as I've said, cutting itself off from information from within and cutting itself off from feedback from outside. So in the terms we would use if we were thinking about the tripod, it limits its capacity to review and to learn. And again, as I say, I don't think any organisation does that deliberately or willfully, but that is one of the clearest consequences of not getting that balance right at level 3.